The big story that we're tracking right now, the Adani attack on Prime Minister Modi seems to have spectacularly backfired on Rahul Gandhi, and it continues to do so again and again. First, the TMC refused to join the Congress's chorus under JPC. Then its longtime ally Sharad Pawar and NCP dismissed the Hindenburg report as a targeted hit job. Now, longtime Gandhi loyalist Ghulam Nabi Azad turned around. This after Rahul Gandhi, by the way, put out a tweet insinuating that Ghulam Nabi Azad and others from the Congress who recently joined the BJP's fold are somehow connected to Adani. Responding to that, Ghulam Nabi Azad said that out of respect for the Gandhi family, I am not saying too much, but Rahul Gandhi needs to talk about how he goes and meets undesirable businessmen on foreign land.
I saw a tweet from Mr. Rahul Gandhi mentioning your name and associating with Adani and all. So how do you feel after seeing that tweet?
It is shame. Rahul Gandhi saying, I have never any association with any businessman, whereas their entire family had all along the association with businessmen, including. I still want, because I have a great respect. I have a great respect for the family. I don't want to speak anything. Otherwise, I can give 10 examples where he would go and meet, even outside the country, to meet even people who are undesirable businessmen.
Now remember, earlier the NCP had rejected the demand, or rather had scoffed at the demand of the Congress, which demanded a JPC probe into the Hindenburg report. Sharad Pawar went so far as to say that Adani was targeted and singled out as an individual industrial group in India. Now hear how the BJP has demanded answers from Rahul Gandhi on how and who are these undesirable businessmen with whom he's having a meeting, even as he keeps accusing the Modi government of crony capitalism.
ये बहुत ही गंभीर विषय है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी अपेक्षा करेगी कि ये कौन से बिजनेसमैन उनको बताया जाए। राहुल गांधी उनसे क्या व्हीलिंग डीलिंग करते थे ये भी बताया जाए, और क्या भारत के विकास की प्रगति की यात्रा को कमजोर करने में राहुल गांधी की यही भूमिका है। उनसे षड्यंत्र करके मिलकर आते थे और हमला करते थे।
गुलाम नबी आजाद साहब जो कुछ कह रहे हैं, उन्हें बताना चाहिए वो कौन से अनडिजायरेबल बिजनेसमैन हैं जिनसे राहुल गांधी मिले। और रविशंकर प्रसाद जी से मैं कहना चाहूंगा, क्या गुलाम नबी आजाद भारत सरकार से ज्यादा ताकतवर हैं? 8 साल से आपकी सरकार है, आपके पास सारी एजेंसीज हैं, और आप ये पता नहीं कर पा रहे कि राहुल गांधी किस अनडिजायरेबल बिजनेसमैन से मिल रहे हैं। इसकी तला आपको गुलाम नबी आजाद से मिल रही है। इससे पता चलता है कि ये कितनी बड़ी साजिश है राहुल गांधी के खिलाफ।
So is the Adani RaGa backfiring for the Congress and more specifically for Rahul Gandhi? Joining us on the debate, Tom Vadakkan, spokesperson of the BJP, Nikul Tomar, spokesperson of the NCP, and Nikhil Jain, political analyst. But I will first go across to Cabinet Minister in the Chhattisgarh government, Mr. T.S. Singh Deo. Mr. Deo, thanks very much for speaking to us. Is it actually ending up losing friends and alienating allies, this entire campaign centered around the Adani group by Mr. Gandhi?
That is his opinion. He is a very senior and very seasoned politician. He is entitled to his opinion, as is Mr. Gandhi. Mr. Gandhi would be younger to him, but as Mr. Pawar has a right to his opinion, so does Mr. Gandhi. And Mr. Gandhi is raising an issue not about an individual. It is about those 20,000 crores which have gone into shell companies purportedly, and they have been invested back. Have they breached the 75% ceiling norms laid by SEBI? And in that sense, is it unethical? Is it against the rules governing business in this country, or the stock market in this country? And will it further impact the economy of the country in terms of more FDI that this country would be able to attract.
But Mr. Deo, if indeed this is money coming from shell companies, then why do you, because you're from Chhattisgarh, why do you have Adani investments? There are coal fields in Chhattisgarh which Mr. Adani is operating. How are you allowing dirty money to then come into your state?
But do we know it is dirty money? It is exactly what we are asking. Hindenburg, it may be a private agency, they have raised some questions. So we are not interested in either Mr. Adani or Mr. Modi or Hindenburg. We are interested in the facts about the matter. And if the Adani company has invested in Chhattisgarh as in other parts of the country, as citizens, not only as public representatives, as citizens of the country, as citizens of Chhattisgarh, and the region where they have also invested, where in fact in my own constituency they have made an investment in a coal washery, etc., coal mining. So we want to know what the facts about the issue are, and that is what the matter is. We are not sentencing anybody, we are not passing punishment, we are seeking answers to these questions. That is it true? Is it so, what the Hindenburg report is stipulating? We are not taking it as a fact. Otherwise,
so,
there is no need for an inquiry.
Sure, but isn't it only logical for then people to ask that if you are asking these questions about Mr. Adani's money and his investments and his source of money, then pending investigation and pending your answers, your questions being answered, shouldn't you, the Rajasthan government, the Jharkhand government, cease to have all business with Mr. Adani, shut down his businesses, end all investment partnerships with the Gautam Adani group?
Not pending. You see, some issues have been raised. They need to be straightened out. Now, preempting a judgment before that, I don't think it is called for at this point in time. But certainly further investments we should all think about. And the sooner this is cleared, the better.
All right, before I go across to our panel, let me also ask you, Mr. Ghulam Nabi Azad is somebody who has left the Congress after 50 years. You, of course, have also been in the same party as him. He basically talking about Mr. Gandhi's campaign, though his way of function is basically saying that whenever somebody tries to tell him that your campaign is not working, this entire Adani issue is not working out for the party, he is dismissive of them. And he is arrogant. He tells them you are agents of Modi and RSS. What do you have to say about that?
I haven't spent very much time with Mr. Gandhi, that is Rahul Gandhi ji. But what time I have spent, he comes across as an earnest person who wants to do good. See, what his worldview is, what he thinks otherwise, those are other issues. They are individual issues which he could propound. I have seen a questioning mind, and extremely questioning mind, who all the time wants to know more. You know, one constant thing I've seen with Mr. Gandhi is that he would ask questions. He would want to know. He would want to know more. And the underlying nature of any action he wants to do is for the better, whether it is the party organization or whether it is the country at large. If he feels there must be a more democratization within the party, then he went in for elections. Okay. He went in for Youth Congress elections. He went in for NSY elections. I may even have reservations regarding that. Yet, it is something he feels would be better for the party in the long run. So, one must give him his due as far as that view is concerned. Similarly, views regarding the country, we may not agree all the time, and this is nothing new which is, I think, happening in, let us say, even the Congress party. Okay. We have learnt about the history of the party where even Subhash Chandra Bose ji contested against and won against the candidate purportedly put up by Mahatma Gandhi ji.
Okay, Mr. Deo, I just want to hold you for a second because we'll come back to you about more issues that have been flagged up within the functioning of the Congress, about the functioning of Mr. Gandhi. But let me take this across to our panel. Tom Vadakkan, spokesperson of the BJP, of the NCP, Nikul Tomar and Nikhil Jain with us. Nikhil Jain, first to you. It seems that Mr. Gandhi's utterances in this entire campaign are working more for the BJP rather than for the Congress.
So I would strongly disagree with that. Whether Mr. Gandhi's utterances are working in favor of the Congress or in favor of the BJP, it is for the people to decide. It's barely 3-4 weeks since Karnataka goes to polls. Let's see what the polls suggest. Let's see what the court of the people decides. It is only the BJP and
Nikhil Jain, if that's the logic that you are employing for people's court, then clearly Mr. Gandhi is Chaukidar Chor hai, and every other campaign has been soundly rejected by the people. You know, he was in his Bharat Jodo has been rejected by the people of Gujarat. This is the logic you're using. Then his Bharat Jodo is a failure because you lost Gujarat.
Bharat Jodo Yatra never went into Gujarat, number one. No, Ms. Joshi, you need to realize two very important points, sir. Number one, Bharat Jodo Yatra never went into Gujarat. Number two, Mr. Gandhi.
Okay, if you really want to get into the minutiae, Rahul Gandhi did one rally in Gujarat, the Congress lost that seat. If you really want to get into the minutiae, is that then a rejection of Mr. Gandhi, going by your logic?
No, that is simply that simply shows the power of the Gandhi family on the people, that when a Priyanka Gandhi does multiple rallies in the state of Himachal Pradesh, the Congress registers a win there, and when nobody from the Gandhi families does a significant number of rallies in Gujarat, Congress is not able to perform well there. And also, we cannot forget the role of the Aam Aadmi Party, which went in there, barely got any MLAs, but it ate into the vote share of the Congress, which resulted in less number of seats for the Congress.
Slightly specious logic, because the Aam Aadmi Party was there in Uttarakhand also. Aam Aadmi Party was there in Himachal also. So that logic kind of doesn't work. But let me come.
What happened in Uttarakhand? What happened in Goa?
Okay,
Did the Aam Aadmi Party form a government in Uttarakhand? And on the very important topic of Uttarakhand, their leader has now joined the BJP.
No, but they were there in Himachal also. You formed the government. But anyway, this is not about Himachal and Uttarakhand. Let me come specifically to the point. Who are these undesirable?
Himachal, they did not take seriously. Everybody knows that.
How do you know that? How do you know they didn't take it seriously? Just because you made the government or the Congress made the government in Himachal, Aam Aadmi Party wasn't serious there. Anyway, who are these undesirable businessmen?
Look at the number of rallies that the top leadership of a party does in a state.
Nikhil Jain, who are these undesirable businessmen?
So I would know. Mr. Azad would know. Mr. Azad should know. He has been a government minister for 10 years in the UPA government. Rahul Gandhi was an MP of the Congress party for 10 years. He was in the party for the next 7 years as a leader of opposition. It's only after the Congress denied to give a certain individual a certain ticket that that individual has been going around making allegations about the leadership of the party. So recently, and it's not just about Mr. Gandhi that Mr. Azad is making these statements. When asked in a recent interview about how strong a president is Mr. Kharge, a democratically elected president, a proper ballot, a proper election authority was in place to elect Mr. Kharge, and yet Mr. Azad just dismisses him like that. I do not understand that why
I have watched practically all of his interviews, and he's been very clear about the entire process of choosing president, where block level elections have to happen. But anyway, let's not get into the minutiae. Tom Vadakan, today you have great love for Ghulam Nabi Azad. You are latching on to his every word. If Rahul Gandhi is going and meeting undesirable businessmen, you should arrest him and arrest those businessmen.
Well, this is a statement that has come out from Ghulam Nabi Azad. The government of India is alert to this, and the background and the profiles of these gentlemen who have met Mr. Gandhi are being examined. And believe me, these names will come out into public domain, whether they like it or not. I know, for instance, on this issue of a Rafale deal, he was lobbying and he was saying that the deal is bad. And the fact of the matter is, he was getting all the information from the rival company. And he was almost lobbying for them and against the Indian national interest. Now, if
okay, wait, you are making a very serious charge. You're basically saying that Rafale for him wasn't about corruption, it was about lobbying for Rafale's rival. That's all rival.
Absolutely, I'm very clear on that. I'm very clear on that because I know the papers that arrived and from where they came. I know the people who got involved in this. And then there was this whole issue about the Prime Minister, and then he had to go and apologize.
Okay, Nikhil Jain, I think perhaps you should respond to that. Mr. Vadakan is saying that Mr. Gandhi even then was hobnobbing with undesirable businessmen, namely the rivals of Dassault, in order to sabotage Rafale.
No, is there any proof for that? I can make any allegation. I can say the Prime Minister, PM Modi, has been going around with Donald Trump, has been going around with Xi Jinping. But does that mean he's colluding with them? See, first of all, you can be seen with the person and not yet be in business with them. Secondly, is there any proof of Mr. Gandhi even being seen with those dubious businessmen? On the other hand, there is very, very clear proof of the Prime Minister in, extremely uncomfortable, disturbing proximity with Mr. Gautam Adani. And Mr. Gautam Adani is somebody against whom there are very serious allegations. I'm not saying those allegations are true. I'm not saying Mr. Adani is playing a fraud on the country. I'm not saying that
maybe you are not saying that, but Rahul Gandhi is saying that.
There are very serious, very credible allegations that need to be looked into.
Okay, Mr. Gandhi is saying exactly that.
See, one thing that everybody, all of us need to realize is that an individual... Ms. Joshi, one thing all of us need to realize. I was hearing your interview with Mr. Deo, the minister from Chhattisgarh. We must realize the difference between an individual politician and a political party, and similarly the difference between a political party and the state. A political party can level an allegation, whether it's the Congress, whether it's the BJP, but but when it comes to the government, when it comes to the state, the state can take action against an individual or a group only once that something has been proven against them in a court of law.
Okay, very quickly respond, Tom Padakkan. This is shoot and scoot. You are also doing, today you are saying he is lobbying for Rafale. Mr. Azad is saying undesirable businessman. Tomorrow he will say, somebody else will stand up and say that he was seen with, I don't know, Chota Shakil. But where's the proof?
Padmaja, I was involved at that stage when papers arrived in heaps from the rival company. And I know the individuals who bought it, and how it was circulated, and how the department started a campaign. And everybody was sent to different centers to do a press conference on Rafale deal. And I mean, I'm witness to it. I will testify in any court. I'll name individuals if required. He's asking for proof. I'm a standing evidence for that. I will tell you who all were involved. I'll tell you why they were involved and how these papers arrived. Now check on those papers, that they are in public domain.
Who all
Where
were
did they
involved?
come from, and who are the people behind it?
Who got them? Since you were there, Mr. Padakkan, who got them?
Beg your pardon?
Who are these people who got the papers?
I can testify in before any court or any establishment. I can't go into public domain because there will be room for escapades would be arranged,
Interesting. Nikul Tomar, let me bring in Nikul Tomar. Is this backfiring, Mr. Tomar?
It's not backfiring. Sharad Pawar is the senior leader of India. He say anything without Rahul Gandhi name. Itself is not a big issue of Adani. Big issue is job, education. ये इशू बहुत बड़े हैं. गौतम अदानी इतना बड़ा इशू नहीं है आज देश के लिए. आज की जो हमारे
नहीं, बट उन्होंने सिर्फ यही नहीं बोला है ना निकुल जी. उन्होंने और अजीत पवार ने तो यहां तक कह दिया है कि मोदी जी अपने बलबूते पर जीत रहे हैं, उनका करिश्मा है, ईवीएम अच्छा है. जिन चीजों पर कांग्रेस कह रही है कि ये खत्म हो चुका है, देश खतरे में है, उन चीजों पर शरद पवार, अजीत पवार कह रहे हैं ये तो नहीं है.
तो पवार साहब बहुत सीनियर लीडर हैं. अगर उन्होंने कुछ बोला है तो बहुत सीनियर सोच समझ के बोला है. मैं राहुल गांधी जी के साथ या उनकी बात पे कोई टिप्पणी नहीं करना चाहूंगा, पर पवार साहब ने कुछ बोला है तो वो उनने कुछ सोच समझ के बोला होगा. उनका मुद्दा यह है कि हमारे देश में अभी जो खेडूतों की हालत है, जो हमारे देश में आज युवाओं की हालत है कि बेरोजगारी इतनी भरी हुई है, पेट्रोल डीजल के दाम इतने हैं, गैस के बाटले का दाम इतना है, हम एक ही चीजों पे बार बार फोकस करें. अदानी अदानी एक बिजनेसमैन है. आज समझिए, आज आपका चैनल एक बिजनेस कर रहा है, कल मैं कोई बिजनेस करूंगा. अगर हम बिजनेसमैनों को ऐसे टारगेट करेंगे तो इंडिया में कोई बिजनेस ही नहीं करेगा.
निखिल जैन, and this is where I come to what a lot of blind pieces in newspapers. Mr. Azad himself in his book has said that आप एक बार गाली दोगे, दो बार गाली दोगे, 9 साल आप बस गाली पे ही अगर जीतने का सोच रहे हो, that's not going to happen. You can't just wake up in the morning, abuse Modi, work for 24 minutes and go back to sleep.
I agree with Mr. Azad on that.
But that is what he's saying. That's all the Congress is doing.
I think we're all forgetting about the Bharat Jodo Yatra. No. Are we forgetting about the Bharat Jodo Yatra? A 5-month walk through the country on foot, through the roads, through the people of the country. 3,500 kilometers, which only a positive message. Love. harmony, truth, community, nothing communal, nothing anti-Modi, nothing anti-BJP, nothing anti-Adani. It was just positive spirits. It was good things that the people of India shared together, which Mr. Gandhi gave the national stage.
Well, that is great. There were good vibes only there. But when it came down to getting to hard electioneering, then what were the issues he picked up? Again, it was about 20,000 crores, Adani, Hindenburg, bang, that's it.
Ms. Joshi, but as the opposition, is this not his job? Ms. Joshi, is this not his job?
But your own allies are saying that it is not working. It makes no sense. Nobody cares. There are bigger issues. Let Nikul Tomar respond to you. Nikul Tomar.
You are right. Public is not interested in Adani. Public is interested in proper his job. It's not interested in Adani, in Ambani. It's not interesting public. पब्लिक को इंटरेस्ट है कि मेरे लड़के को जॉब मिला, मेरे घर में किचन में रसोई आया, तो कांग्रेस को अपनी जो कैंपेनिंग है वो इसके ऊपर दौड़ानी होगी। मैं ये कांग्रेस को सुझाव नहीं दे रहा हूं, पर अगर कोई सीनियर लीडर गुलाम नबी आजाद है, शरद पवार साहब है, अगर ये बोलते हैं तो उनको ये सोचना चाहिए कि हमारी कैंपेनिंग में शायद कोई गड़बड़ हो सकती है। जरूरी नहीं है कि मैं राहुल गांधी जी को खराब कहूं या इनको अच्छा कहूं, पर इतने सीनियर लीडर, इतना इनने इलेक्शन देखा है, देश के अंदर बहुत उतार चढ़ाव देखा है, तो वो कह रहे हैं तो उनकी बातों में कुछ ना कोई सच्चाई होगी। तो उनकी बातों को सोच के कांग्रेस को अपना कैंपेनिंग चेंज करना चाहिए, ये मेरा सोचना है, ये पवार साहब का सोचना है।
Okay, I'm going to just leave it at that. Thank you very much all gentlemen. Thank you Mr.